For those of you that don't know, this is country building. We need wells, okay? We don't just hook up to the city pipe. We're drilling down through the rock and we're finding water. So the first step is drilling through, hitting that rock, and then putting a concrete seal all the way down to the rock so none of the contaminants can get into the well and none of the groundwater can get in. Because what we want is we want the fresh water down below. All right guys, let's talk about well drilling. Today, the trucks have come and we've located where the well's going. Right now, I've got them to back up this hill a little bit because what we're doing is we've done a minimal backfill around the house, so we're gonna have more come in, but we have to have the coverage so then the well line doesn't freeze. So on this particular building lot, we've got 6 to 8 inches before the rock, and we're on a solid bedrock here. And we really don't want to be chipping or blasting into the rock. So what we're going to be doing is we're going to be adding backfill over the rock. So you can see that it's elevated about 3.5 feet. So we're going to be adding another about 1.5 feet on top to give us the 5 feet of coverage that we need. Determining where the well was going was actually pretty easy. The septic is at the front of the house. We're on like a 6-acre lot here, so we've got lots of room. We don't want to have thousands of feet of well lines, so we're trying to be strategic and we're trying to make sure that we're not wasting our customers' money. So the well is as close to the house as we can, out of the way of decks, and we're far enough away from the septic. You're gonna have to check your local codes to see what that distance is, but we've determined through our reading our grading plan that the distance we have is acceptable. This is called the temporary working pipe. They're putting it in place so that none of the overburden or anything can come and get into the well. So this is going to get filled up with concrete and it's going to get pulled out and removed after. So a well might sound very simple, and it is very simple. You drill down, you hit water, and you pump it out. But in each municipality, there's different codes, regulations, and expectations of what they're looking for. So every well today in our area is engineered. So we've got to deal with our municipality, an engineer, and that's how things are regulated. So now we've got the hole ready to go. They've determined where the rock is and they've cleaned everything out. They're about to drop in the working pipe and get their rig set up and ready to start drilling down. The one thing about drilling a well is kind of the great unknown. You're not sure how deep you're gonna go. I've built in subdivisions side by side where one well is 110 feet and the well right next to it is 165 feet. So you really don't know. In this subdivision, we've done kind of an analysis for the area because we're always trying to estimate as closely as we can for our clients. In this area, most of the wells are about 120 feet. So that's where I assume it's gonna be, but you never know. This type of rig here we have is a drilled rig. There's another type of rig, which is a pounder, which basically they go and they basically pound through the rock. This one drills through the rock. And this way we're able to get the full 6 inches. I know you can get the same thing with a pounded rig, but these guys are gonna make light work of this. I'm not saying it's easy work, but they're gonna make it happen quick. These guys, they don't mess around. So if you're wondering what the average cost is to drilling a well, it's really hard to determine. Like I said, it's your area. We're talking Canadian dollars. Once you bulk everything together, I usually give an allowance of between $8,000 and $10,000 for a well. That doesn't include digging your trench, all that sort of prep. It's basically the work the guys are doing and that's it. I couldn't imagine doing this every day. This is hard work. He's plumbing the machine right now. right here.